Today we are talking about attention, we're talking about shifts, we're talking about what's happening in the marketing industry.
Attention is not only a media challenge, it's actually an entire industry challenge.
In my day-to-day, I have clients that want to know more about it, or they want me to tell them about it. They want to know why it's so important and how it will drive better results for them. And I'm really hoping to learn a bit more about that today.
We built this program to help answer the questions that we get around what is attention. And we've pulled together 14 of the finest minds to answer those questions for you.
Replace fear with bravery. The enabler to take those steps into the unknown is to embrace the spirit of curiosity, to ask questions about what might not be working, and then take some risks.
The biggest influence on an ad, in terms of the quality of attention it's receiving, is all about what's going on around the frame of that ad. Is that ad jarring or intrusive to that content experience?
Not all attention is equal. So I've worked with Steffi for a long time. I love Steffi very much. And so say I was going to buy you a luxury bag, the same bag in two places, made in the same sweatshop, I got one, I show it to you in Splot Market in Cardiff for the same amount of time, and then I take you down Bond Street and show you the same bag for the same amount of time. It'll have a different impact, right?
So it's got to be integrated, true to the brand, true to the campaign, but it's got to be customised according to the context and the platform and the format within the platform as well.
One of the ways to create a campaign that's consistent is to have a character that lives, in it. We found that again and again to be the sort of thing that drives attention and emotional response in online video, but also TV.
We need to start to appreciate how it can be involved in brand building or kind of further up the consumer journey.
What we are still missing is once we reach that attention, how do we sustain the attention? What is happening after that we reach that attention that we wanted, and we plan our media activities against attention.
And so what we do is we measure the probability of attention by any person to any creative in a placement. And it creates a static score on the placement, which you can use to understand media quality.
We shouldn't all be aiming for gold standard, because what that gold standard looks like is going to always be very different. The key thing is to get the optimal amount of attention, but what that optimal looks like will be very different.
Customers don't sit at home with one hat on going, I'm going to look at this because it's a brand ad, and then I'm going to look at this ad in a different way because it's a performance ad.
What we really ultimately want to do is make sure that advertising budgets are going to regulated journalism that's trying to do something important in society.
If there's one thing that you can impart to the audience as a takeaway, your key takeaway about attention in our industry today, what would it be?
Don't think, link.
Context.
Make sure that the device or the idea that captures attention also tells the story.
Just be consistent, put it out there, and you'll probably start to see the effects. That's certainly something we're starting to believe in more and more. So compound interest, guys.
There were so many perspectives to the attention topic in general.
Attention is only going to continue to evolve, and as more people look at it through the lens of outcomes and what drives success on their campaigns, I think this exciting space is only going to continue to evolve.
It's not only a matter of duration, but more of connecting emotionally to customers and conveying the values of the brand.
So much opportunity out there. There's still so many different ways that you can reach and engage with customers. You've got to keep on trying and testing.
Clearly, it's of interest to a lot of people at the moment. So I think it's just the beginning of finding out more.
We know that there's a battleground out there right now in media for audience attention. And I think Onyx is one of the very few products that has been built from the ground up with attention in mind.